mustache. All right, everybody get nice and cozy. We're going to have a little chat, okay? There's going to be some changes about the way that I create content over the next year or so. And I want to communicate what some of those changes are going to be today. So in this video, I will be telling you guys exactly how we got to this point and where we are going from here. If you guys are unaware, the last 2 years of my life have been basically spent planning moving to the Netherlands and then moving to the Netherlands. I started planning in March of 2023, and then in September, 6 months later, I finally moved out. And I gotta be real with you guys, it is single-handedly the best decision I've ever made in my entire life. I mean, I don't regret a single second of it. But even though my life got significantly better, there were still massive problems along the way. Namely, I hadn't really done much to change from the person that needed to abandon his life in America. And interestingly enough, life threw me a really big change at maybe the worst possible moment. On December 30th, 2023, I was walking home one night. It was below freezing. It was very cold. And as I was walking home, I felt a snap in my leg. I fell to the ground and I was unable to walk. It was genuinely probably the scariest thing to ever happen to me. I didn't know if it was life-threatening. I didn't know if somebody was going to come to help me before I passed out, or if before, you know, the cold got to me or whatever. And in a lot of ways, I got lucky. I got lucky that it was only a sciatic nerve issue, because I had lived such a sedentary lifestyle as a streamer for so long, not moving, not exercising, none of that. My sciatic nerve, the nerve in your lower back, it basically just gave out. And my doctor recommended rest. And so I rested for a couple of weeks, and I didn't really take it all too seriously. I was like, whatever, who cares? And then it happened again. 2 weeks later. And that time was even scarier because my phone was dead. And so I had to beg for help on the streets. And still, I didn't really take it that seriously. But it started becoming more and more serious as time went on, because as the months rolled by, it kept happening more frequently. Until eventually, I was scared of leaving my apartment because I thought that, you know, I was just going to collapse at random. This went on for about 6 months. And during these 6 months, I didn't know if I was ever going to be able to walk again. I mean, looking back on it, you know, and it kind of made sense, right? Like, it wasn't getting better. I went to physical therapy. I tried taking care of myself. I tried eating better. Nothing was working. You know, I was scared shitless. And at the absolute most hopeless that I felt, I made a promise to myself that if I ever got better, if somehow it ever all went away, I would do things differently. Thankfully, I ended up figuring out what was wrong. A big problem of mine is that I was heavily addicted to marijuana. And it turns out if you're just cranking edibles every day and taking ADHD medication as well, the two don't really mix. And so it caused a lot of health issues. And so I started the process of going sober. And ever since, I've been learning how to adjust. It takes time to go fully sober. I'm learning more about that now too. And yeah, basically, ever since like middle of May, early June, I've been exercising every single day. I have made significant changes to the way that I live my life. But yeah, I am honestly now in the best shape of my life. And looking back at the way that I was at the beginning of this year, it almost feels like a bad dream. You know, it feels like one of those fever dreams that you snap out of and you're like, huh? No, that wasn't me, you know? But I'm trying to make sure that I never forget that sort of thing, you know? Because I made a promise to myself. And so that leads us to here now, where basically I'm done making excuses. I'm done. And if I ever have problems in my life, I'm going to tackle them head on. And so right now on my YouTube, I see some very clear problems. The first big problem is that I don't know how to edit. That's really bad. What kind of self-respecting YouTuber can't even edit their own videos? And so now I've finally started learning. This right here, this video you're watching, is the first video that I have ever written, recorded, and now edited all by myself. Is it really that advanced? No, not really. But check this out. Ooh. Secondly, my videos do not come out fast enough. Our goal since early 2023 has been to release 2 videos every month. Do you want to know how many months we've done that? I actually looked today. 4 out of the last 24 months. I've been thinking about a lot of ideas on how to solve this, and the one that I'll share with you guys today, the one that's the most important, is that videos on this channel are going to be getting shorter. I know a lot of you guys like the longer videos. I'm aware of that. And we're still going to do them. We just need consistency more than anything else. And it's easy to build consistency with shorter videos. So that being said, we have 3 kinds of content right now on this channel, or 3 buckets, if you will. The first bucket is Ratchet and Clank videos, obviously. I think that's how most of you found this channel in the first place. And the best example of a Ratchet video I've made so far that I want to make more of is the Ratchet 1 Plat Trophy video. I think this video was incredible. It was something totally new. It was something very unique. And it was also something that only I was capable of making amazing. And so we want to play around with more ideas like that. We want to try to find new ways to breathe life into Ratchet. Furthermore, I'd like to also start diving into some video essays on Ratchet. I think I'm well equipped to be able to do that now. And I think it makes sense. I've been in the community longer than anyone? I think anyone. Honestly. So, like, yeah, who else should do it but me, you know? The second bucket that we have is Platinum Trophy videos. I believe that these Platinum Trophy videos have the most potential to grow my channel to people outside of speedrunning. These videos are also really fun to make, but the problem here is that I'm not super consistent at them yet. Some of these videos, like God of War, have hit insane numbers, whereas some of the others have been pretty gigantic flops. In 2025, I'm going to be trying more Platinum Trophy challenges that I can use to kind of express myself a bit more. And as far as difficult plats are concerned, I am going for Cryptid the Necro Dancer, which is considered the hardest Platinum Trophy ever. So, you know, that'll probably be a pretty good time. The third and final bucket right now is general speedrunning videos, and this one is still pretty new for me. But I mean, so far, it's been working out pretty darn well. I gotta tell you guys this. 8 ruined speedruns. This is the only video I have ever made on my entire channel that from the beginning of coming up with the idea to the end of editing, I knew was gonna go viral. And I was right. The video has over 800,000 views right now. So obviously we have the capability of killing this, and I also think this bucket has the potential to... I think it has the potential to take my channel to bigger heights than the other 2 buckets could. I'm not 100% sure if that's accurate, but that's just kind of my gut feeling. I also think that I have a lot of cool stuff to say about speedrunning in general, so I would like to keep testing myself on this. And the big goal with focusing on all 3 of these buckets is that I want to become a full-time YouTuber. I think this is what I'm meant to be doing, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart. I think I'm really good at it too. I even started a project ever since September where I spend an entire year recalibrating my entire life to build it around being the best YouTuber that I can be. And I'm 80 some odd days in right now. I've learned a lot. I don't have too much to show for it just yet, but I'm hoping that changes pretty soon. So that being said, we need to talk about my Twitch channel as well. And I'm going to be real with you guys. I think I'm a really bad streamer right now. In the last few years, I really became very undisciplined, and I prioritized the happiness of other people over the happiness of myself. Now, instead of being the guy who pushes himself to insane new heights and works his hardest to build a good, strong community, I'm basically just the guy who complains that he has to play Ratchet so much. Recently, I have lost a lot of viewers and a lot of subscribers, and I think it makes sense. I hear you guys loud and clear now. I cannot keep throwing myself into this loop where I feel like I need Ratchet and Clank to save my channel, and so I speedrun that relentlessly for like 3 to 6 months, and then I burn out for a few months, and then we repeat this year after year after year. It can't keep going on like this. And frankly, I don't know if I'll ever get back to those numbers that I used to have, and that scares the shit out of me. Especially because Twitch is still my primary income right now, and you know, money is a thing we all think about. But at the same time, I am done making excuses, and so I'm gonna clutch up. So again, while I don't want to tell you guys too much, I will say that at the bare minimum, there will be Ratchet speedruns, yes, and there will be Ratchet mods, Crash Team Racing speedruns, I'll be grinding Crypt of the Necro Dancer, and I'm gonna try to do my best to make my stream a place that is fun, I guess. Like, I want you guys every day to show up to my stream because you don't know what's gonna happen next. And right now, I am failing on that by every single possible metric, and I am better than that. Also, I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, but I do have a second channel. I guess I will put it right here. I will put it here. I'm the editor. But yeah, I have a second channel, and we're experimenting a lot with it. But that's where a lot of the stream highlights are going to go. That's where a lot of my older runs are going to go, the ones that are unlisted from this channel. We're going to finally start giving them a home over there. Furthermore, we may take some of these videos, these older ones, and also put them on Patreon, which if you guys don't know, I also have a Patreon, which I guess I'll link down below. I'm assuming because of my busy schedule that I'm probably not going to have this video out until about mid-December. But there's a very high likelihood that by the time you're watching this, I am currently knee-deep in a subathon, or at the very least about to start the subathon. It's currently November 28th as I'm filming this, and I'm probably going to aim to start this subathon sometime around December 14th. That's a Saturday. Looking at my calendar right now. Yeah, I think that's probably about when I'm going to start it. And so the money that I'm going to try to raise on that subathon will be going towards Games Done Quick. If you guys don't know, I got into Awesome Games Done Quick 2025. My run will be Tuesday, December 7th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe, which is an absolutely killer time slot, and I'm really excited for it. I'm going to be running Ratchet & Clank 2 Max %, a 3-hour run. It's the first time in the history of GDQ that anyone has ever gotten a Ratchet & Clank 100% category in, and so I am very excited to put on the best show I possibly can. Also, at this event, I'm going to be singing the Quark opera song from Secret Agent Clank. That's something I think I promised to my community years ago, and I'm going to be doing it now. I'm living up to that promise, and I'm going to be singing it in front of an audience of tens of thousands of people. So it'll be a really exciting run. You should be there if you can. And that's pretty much it. I have big dreams as a content creator. I really do. And for a long time, I was scared of chasing them. I'm still scared of chasing them. But now, even though I'm scared, I'm not going to make any more excuses. I'm just going to give this my all. I am genuinely incredibly sorry for not being my best self for a really long time. And I'm extremely grateful to all the people who have continued to support me while I figured all this shit out. Until next time, everyone, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and please like the video on the way out.